So, Glitter Force Doki Doki. This is a thing. Alright, to be perfectly honest, I didn't really keep up with the news on this show since I was more preoccupied with talking about its source material. I already saw what they did with Smile Precure and thought it was acceptable. It wasn't terrible, but also nothing great in my opinion. Ultimately, I didn't regret seeing it and reviewing it for my channel, but after Toei took back the license, I figured that was the end of the conversation.
Nope.
Apparently, Toei decided to take matters into their own hands and produce their own English dub. Wanting to maintain the familiar name, they pulled a Power Rangers-esque move and just added stuff onto the end of the original title. They went with the series that preceded Smile Precure, Doki Doki, and here we are today. Now again, I'll apologize if you guys wanted me to talk about this sooner, but it just wasn't all that high on my priorities list. Then again, I don't think it was all that high on Toei's list either. As I'm recording this, it's August 9th, and this show is set to premiere on Netflix on the 18th, and only now did they actually post a trailer on their Netflix page. Almost everything else the community has been able to learn about this show has come off of hearsay from Twitter and such, which that alone is not something I really wanted to make a whole video out of. Still, we've got a trailer now, as well as a few cited cast listings, so may as well take a look at it. Anyway, the trailer opens with us learning the dub name change for Mana Ida. Cause even though Toei has licensed again, they're sending it to the same production studio, Studiopolis, so I guess it's getting similar treatment. They changed it from Mana to Maya. Okay, that's one letter change, so it's not that big a deal. What is a big deal is who they casted for our lead.
My class and I were attacked by a giant monster crab.
Candy, your show's over. You should probably move on to wherever they send the retired mascot characters.
Hi, I'm Maya, and what an amazing day I just had.
Oh, you're playing Maya now. I see. Huh, that makes sense. Wait, what? Seriously? Debbie Derryberry as English dubbed Mana? I mean, nothing against Miss Derryberry, she's very talented and has played many memorable characters, but this is just an odd casting choice. She has a naturally very tomboyish sounding voice, hence why she's often cast as young boy characters. Now of course she has played girls in the past, but you can't tell me you don't hear a little Jimmy Neutron in her Coco Bandicoot.
Crash, Cortex isn't gonna use the crystals to contain the planet's energy. Brain blast!
So if she's gonna play a female character, she'd either be a tomboy or at least a brainy character. Mana is really neither of these. I mean, she can be smart at times, depending on how the plot wants her to be, and oh boy, it's gonna be a pain to talk about when I actually get around to talk about the original, isn't it? Point is, I think this is a serious miscast. Granted, she sounded a little better by the end of the trailer, but I'm still not really sold on this choice. Moving on with the rest of the trailer itself, it seems to be going for more of the same tone as the previous English dub season.
But this girl appeared like a superhero and rescued us!
Cheesy and kinda self-aware, which is kind of what I liked about Glitter Force, but it's starting to feel like they're beating it into the ground. I'll reserve judgment, but even someone as satirical as me can get tired of this same old shtick eventually. We also learn a few more name changes, like the kingdom that needs to be rescued in this show is called Splenderius, and the baddies are now called Mercenaries. What a pointless change. What's wrong with Hope Kingdom and the Selfish Kingdom? Point taken. Aside from Maya, a few other characters speak in this trailer, though it's hard to make out who's voicing who here. Everyone only gets in like a few lines each. Thus, we turn to Twitter and YouTube to find our answers. Cassandra Morris confirmed on her YouTube that she would be voicing Rika, or Rachel in the dub. An interesting choice. Her voice is a little bit more on the butch side, though nowhere near as much as Derryberry, and she has played a few good female sidekicks in the past. Still, I wonder why she wasn't cast as like say one of the fairies, or never mind, forget I said anything, just forget I said anything. Tara Sands and Erica Mendez confirmed on Twitter that they will play Charles and Davi respectively. Charles actually have her name changed to Kippy, while Davi gets to keep her name. That's like Cat knows how to maintain her trademark. Anyway, I think Tara Sands is a good choice. She voiced my all-time favorite anime Pokemon ever, and she sounded good here. Davi, while we didn't get to hear her in this trailer, is a perfect role for the actress of Haruka Tenno and Nico in my opinion. See, you gotta get that huge vocal dissonance for a character who constantly switches between human and fairy forms. Also, doesn't Davi's human form look a lot like Erika? I can't be the only one who thinks this, right? Last one that I'm 99% sure is right based on this one clip and a Twitter post, Stephanie Shea is playing Makoto Kenzaki, don't know her dub name yet. Stephanie is a very versatile actress, so I could absolutely see her play the wannabe badass magical girl who gets better by the series end. Hell, that kinda describes her more well-known magical girl role pretty well. The trailer is short, only like 41 seconds, so that's pretty much all I can say based on it and other sources. From an objective standpoint, it's pretty standard fare honestly. If I knew nothing about Precure and wasn't into magical girls, I'd probably not be all that interested in this, as there's really nothing here that would hook me. Not that I am all that excited for it right now. For now though, I'll try to withhold my final judgments until I actually see this series, even the casting of Debbie Derryberry. If anything, since Todd Haberkorn is the ADR director, this should at least be entertainingly bad. If you have your own opinions, be sure to comment below. I'll be sure to make at least a couple follow-ups to this after I've seen the actual show. And until then though, farewell for now my friends.